It's week 3 of the National Football League, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Packers and the Hawks under the lights on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Wilson. Jamaican back up here, Greg. We put out to us a year ago. We're going to take that ultimate step and get to the Super Bowl this season.
And oftentimes that's the most difficult step. You go from being a perennial playoff contender, that's great. How many of these teams can now say, okay, we're going to be in the playoffs year in and year out, but we are a legitimate Super Bowl contender in any given season. That is easier.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watched last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They put Adams in motion. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Rodgers in trouble, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Packers set to kick this one away. This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw, or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
It is 3rd and 10. Now Russ, and this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Packers offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Rodgers. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. It is a big-time play for the Packers. 15 55 yards on the game.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Right back to Adams. He's got it again. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. The shotgun, it's A-Rod. To the end zone, it's intercepted.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
Well, Seahawks offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Play action. Now, Wilson. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 1.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he'll be taken down past the 40-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Rogers. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. He'll look middle. Got his man complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. Sometimes it's by design.
And that's going to be intercepted by Curry Fuller. And he's trying to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
At this point on the sideline, Mike, it just makes me feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last two drives, same story. Continuing to drive, have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
The Seahawks offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Open man, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Well, he's brought down that pass. He's going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Austin McNamara now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. They will get away from that one. And they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Packers offense ready to see what they can do. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Rodgers. Now for the 3rd time in the 1st quarter, he's been intercepted.
These are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback who has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They start with outstanding field position, trying to get the first points of this game. It'll be 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to tuck it and go. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the shotgun, Wilson. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Now Wilson. He pulls it in around the 5. He'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter. Here's a toss as they look to run. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant. And once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, that's going to set up 4th down. They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They'll try to run. He's in. Seahawks. It's his second touchdown of the year. So they decide to go for the touchdown, and Greg, they get rewarded on fourth and goal with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is you settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points, but not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back to take it in for 6.
The extra point, up and good. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Packers offense getting set to get back to work. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Mike, did you see how hyped the sideline got after that run after catch? I thought the bench was going to run out here onto the field to celebrate. He refused to go down on first contact and second contact for that matter.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and first down.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. Play action now with Rodgers. To the left side, and Adams has it.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. The defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that.
To the sideline, it is intercepted, but I don't think he was able to stay in bounds. And indeed, the officials concur. It is incomplete. Very nearly a turnover. On comes the punter now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's first and 10. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 3.
They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. Throwing is Wilson. He'll get this out to his running back. He's going to have a first down. Nice pickup of 9. Wilson to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline. Him and his receiver are able to connect.
This will be a short pickup to about the 30. Jair Alexander up from the secondary to make the stop.
Third and 8.
Third down, here's Wilson. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. Picked off by Edgerrin Cooper.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of this quarterback. Because this defense, they're on to it. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
A set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. To throw is Rodgers. This throw right side is caught by Adams.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch right underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you
and he will score. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
The kick is good. That ties the game at 7.
Ball time, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Seahawks offense ready to take over once more. We're trying to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, first and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Up the sideline to the 40. And finally, they'll bring him down. But he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7.
Brings up second and 7 at the 50-yard line.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6. They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. Here's Wilson. Throw outside, hauled in by Cup. And the defense, lucky to stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson. It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. Wilson. And that is in the end zone. He's in. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg, it's one of those. Sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
More as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And this will work out quite well. They get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Packers offense and Davante Adams heading back onto the field. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. They go out now for second down and 4. Ooh. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Here's first and 10.
First down
the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And he's brought down after a game of 6 on first down. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. Inside, it's brought in by Adams.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. As you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to the first down.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers going up top again. This one is caught by Reed. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. Again, it's Rodgers. Complete to Jacobs. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Packers are back within 4 at 14-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He'll look deep, left sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. They're not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where you see the final score there. Luke McCaffrey, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Alvin Kamara, a touchdown run in the victory. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Williams now to return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They try again. It's second and 10. Up the middle they go. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
So we saw in the first half, they were willing to take some risks and allow them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing side, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
The visitors' offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game under pressure all game long. The secondary feasting on his passing. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You saw a great example of it here.
Crazy. Second down and 3. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Devin Witherspoon up from the secondary to make the play. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. He'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And he will have a Packers first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I'll pick up a 2 yards. First down, Packers.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Rodgers. The throw, out wide, it's caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Play fake. It's Rodgers. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him. And instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Andy Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This a 46-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers are back within a point. It's 14-13.
And I can tell you firsthand, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They'll look to set up the screen here. They'll be set up now.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
Past midfield to the 45. Not quite to the end zone, but in great position out of bounds at the 3. A big play for Seattle. 56 yards.
Wow, I mean, he's going to be disappointed he wasn't able to take that all the way, but that's still a heck of a run. In the end, after a good tackle to save the touchdown, they're still going to be set up with 1st and goal.
Now we'll do on the designed run. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, Defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
And he can't get away. Down he goes, back at the 16.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down.